Hey there, this is David from Website Planet. In this video, we are diving in how to connect a professional domain to your Vibe-coded website. Specifically, if you own your domain on a separate registrar like Namecheap, GoDaddy, Squarespace Domains, or something similar. If you want the complete step-by-step guide that covers everything for vibe coding a website, check out the full resource in the link down below. Let's get started. Alright, so here we are on the back end of my site, and there are two ways to access the domain settings. You can either click up here in the right-hand corner on this little icon, or you could click the plus sign here. Once you click the plus sign, you'll just type in domains and it will take you to the publishing pane. You could just type in domains here and you could see it says publishing and you could click on that. Once you do that, you'll be brought to this screen where you can click on domains. Now, as you can see, I have two domains here, and every Replit site with a professional domain will look something like this in the end. First, you're going to have the replit.app domain, which is going to be there for every single Replit project you have. But what we want to do is add in a professional domain that we have purchased. In this case, you'll see strategicgrowth.partners is the custom professional domain that we have added. For now, I'm going to remove it to show you the process of how to add it. Now, the first thing we're going to do is click on manually connect from another registrar. Then we are going to write out or paste in the domain that we do own. From there, we'll hit next. As you can see here, there are two records that we need to add to our domain. Now, we are going to walk through this on three different platforms: Namecheap, GoDaddy, and Squarespace Domains. If you are using another registrar, the process is going to be exactly the same. Let's start with GoDaddy. As you can see here, I have navigated to my specific domain that I am adding to my website. What I'm going to look for is the domain settings, and then we're going to look for the DNS settings. For GoDaddy, it is located right here, and I'll click on that. So if I take a look quickly on Replit, you could see the type is an A record, the host name is the @ and then the record is here. So I'll copy this, and then I will go back to GoDaddy, and here I'll go to type, and I'll go to an A record. For the name, I will type in the @, and then for the value, I will paste in the number they provided. And then we could see here, the second record is a TXT record with the @ and then this record here. So I'll copy that. I'll go back to GoDaddy, and I already selected TXT from the list. From there, I will type in the @, and then the value I'll paste in will be the value they provided. So now I will hit save all records, and just like that, you can see here that the A record has been added, as well as the TXT record right here has been added to our DNS settings. Now I'll go back to Replit. This process does take time, but I will select the button here that says link domain, and it will start the verifying process. This could take anywhere between a few minutes up to 48 hours. So as long as you added those two records just like that, you should be good to go. In the meantime, let me show you this exact same process with Namecheap and Squarespace Domains. Let's begin with Namecheap. So I'll go here into my Namecheap account, and in this case, I'm just going to use a random domain as a placeholder just to show you how to add the records specific. So you want to select the domain you want to use, and I'll click Manage here. Then from there, you'll navigate to Advanced DNS, and then we'll scroll down and then click Add New Record. Here we will add in the A record and do the exact same process we just did. And I will add in one more record here, which will be the TXT record, and then add in the @, and then add in the value that Replit provided. And just like that, those two records are there, and I'll hit save all changes. And just as a final note before I do that, you do not need to make any adjustments to this final field here that says automatic. You could leave it as is. Now let's take a look at Squarespace Domains. You'll want to go to the specific domain that you will be using, and then you'll want to navigate in the menu on the left-hand side to DNS settings. From there, you'll want to scroll scroll down to the very bottom section that says Custom Records, and you'll want to click Add Record. All right, so in this case, the host value comes first, which is going to be the @, and the type of record here is going to be the A record. Priority is set, TTL is set, you don't need to worry about either of these, and then the IP address is going to be the value they provided, this 34.111. So I'll click Save. All right, so our custom record was saved. Now let's add the second record. So we'll put the @ here, then we'll select TXT from this list. We could leave priority and TTL as is, then we'll add in the value that Replit provided. I'll paste that in and then hit save. And just like that, we were able to add in both those custom records for Squarespace Domains. Now let's check on the status of our domain connection that we did earlier in the video. I'll go back to Replit here and I'll click this little pencil and then I'll click check status. You'll see it says verifying and it's orange. I'm going to look for that to turn green. And just like that, you can see the domain is now verified and connected, and you could double check by clicking on the domain and you should see your website show up. Congratulations on launching your site on a professional domain. Now, this video is just scratching the surface. Our complete vibe coding guide walks you through everything from your very first prompt all the way to deploying a fully professional site. We cover all the essentials like prompting strategies, troubleshooting tips, advanced customizations, and domain setup. You can access the full guide by using that first link down in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.